Hello and welcome back to the GDPR and Data Protection Diaries. I'm starting to think that actually the title may be a little bit long to keep saying at the beginning of the videos. Maybe we need a shorter title. Let me know what you think, put it down in the comments. Not really bothered either way. So I don't normally put these videos on YouTube because they normally go straight onto LinkedIn because I've just found that that's a better place to do it. But I was thinking today that actually this was originally started as the GDPR and Data Protection Diaries, and it's supposed to be the diary of a DPO, etc, etc. We kind of leaned away from that and started doing more just guidance and key tips and things like that. And actually, why not get back to what we were doing? So this is the first foray back into sort of the diary world. So if you do like this video, please do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Comment down below if you think it's a load of rubbish, and we can always change it and do something else. But for the purpose of this video, I thought it'd be interesting just to have a little roundup of the week so far. It's only Wednesday, but I feel like a lot of stuff has been going on, and that's obviously useful stuff and interesting stuff to chat about from a DPO perspective. So, a couple of things that have happened this week that I think are have been interesting. If you are over on LinkedIn and you do follow the content on there, then what you will probably have seen is there has been a lot of talk around something called the Data Protection World Forum. Now, the Data Protection World Forum is an events company that put on data protection events around the world, oddly enough, and they specialise in bringing together lots of different groups of privacy professionals from all over the country and all over the world, and putting on events and conferences that those people can go and interact and see vendors and go and see specialist chats, etc, etc. They've been going about 2 years, I think. We were involved as iStorm with them in the very early days and going in and helping them with being speakers and advising on formats and things like that. Now, there's been a bit of drama lately around their marketing activities. Obviously, being a data protection event, and then doing a lot of marketing and not always complying with privacy and electronic communications regulations has kicked up a bit of a fuss. And there's been a portion of people on LinkedIn and online that have been saying, actually, do you know what? Let's not forget that all of the good stuff that they do and the stuff that they do for the wider community. Like this week, they're putting on the last Thursday in Privacy event, which is absolutely free to anybody that wants to sign up for any of the webinars. It runs from 7 in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening, so everyone around the world can be involved. And it's all taken care of and paid for by sponsors, etc., so that the public can have free access to privacy and compliant and data protection information, which from my perspective is brilliant because I think they're giving something back and they're creating something that everybody can have access to. And it's brilliant for the community in terms of the privacy community as well, because it means that, you know, we get to share our knowledge and we get to do promotional activities and we get to talk and share things out. So I think the point of this is, what we're trying to say is don't beat them for not getting it right first time. They are an events company, they're not a privacy company. They are doing their best, they're learning, they're changing. When they first started, there were some concerns raised about some of the people that they were involved with and some of the organisations that they were involved with. And those concerns were raised, and Nick and the team listened, and those things were dealt with. And I think that the organisation and the events are much better and are being run much better now. So let's give them some kudos for that. So that was the first thing. Second thing is there seems to be an ongoing trend online where people are always saying, oh, I've provided some advice to this company, or I tried to give this company some advice and tried to tell them how to make things better, and they haven't listened, you know, and it's offensive to me. You know, I've tried to help and they're still coming at me, and it's not worked. I think what people sometimes forget is that when you think you're being helpful, when you're trying to provide information to somebody, you're trying to provide guidance, and that information hasn't necessarily been requested directly from that person, that company, that individual, then different people receive those kind of comments in very, very different ways. Some people like things to be soft and woolly, some people don't like to be directed. I think if you're going to receive information, or you're going to receive content from an organisation, or you're looking at somebody's privacy notice and you think that it's wrong, or you think that you can make it better, how you approach them to do that is really, really important. You know, going out to somebody and saying your privacy notice is rubbish, you need to do this, you need to do that, you're not compliant, you need to fix this, is not helping anybody. It's not encouraging somebody to want to do work with you. It's actually just getting people's backs up. Whereas if you're contacting people and saying, hey, by the way, I've just noticed that there's an issue on your website, or I've just noticed that there's a bit of a problem with your privacy notice, or your marketing consent statement isn't really working the way it probably should. Maybe you should have a look at doing it this way, or here's a really great article that you might find useful, and allow people to make their own changes in their own way. Then you may actually find that people are a lot more receptive of the free advice that you're trying to provide. So it's not always what you say, sometimes it's just the way that you say it. So just remember, people take things in different ways, people receive information in different ways. So if you are feeling like people aren't listening to you, or you're trying to, you think you're trying to be supportive, then maybe just look at the way in which you're being supportive, and you may find that actually people start to listen to you in a much more relaxed fashion. The third and final update from this week is just a massive thank you to everybody that took part in the big data protection quiz that went live last Friday. The response has been absolutely fantastic. We really, really enjoyed making it, and we're glad that you really enjoyed taking it. The quiz is going to stay up on the channel, obviously. Please feel free to share it with absolutely anybody that you want to share it with. Everybody's welcome to have a go. And if you want us to do another one, drop us an email, and you'll catch the email address at the end of the page. For that, that's it really in terms of a weekly update. I just thought it would be something interesting to go through. We look forward to speaking to you again soon. If you are on YouTube, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you've got to do, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers.